Greetings from the sub-ether. This is Alan, and tonight I thought I'd show you something that I rediscovered back when I was archiving all of my color computer floppy disks to the Coco SDC disk image. And it was a text adventure me and a friend in Houston had been working on called the ODDDyssey, guaranteed to give you at least one laugh. It would make references to Hitchhiker's Guide, Monty Python, Doctor Who, basically a lot of British humor. And it was a simple text adventure. My friend Paul and I were working on this back in September 1986. Paul had an MC-10, I had a color computer, so we tried to make sure the code could run on both, which meant no extended basic, no disk basic. And here's what it looked like. A very simple screen, name of the game, how many moves, your current location with a description, the escape routes, north, south, west, and east, anything in the room, and of course you could type in get the black book, get the useless object, you could check inventory, you could drop something, and so on. If you tried to get something that was not there, it would tell you to see it here. If you tried to drop something that you didn't have, I didn't think you had that, you could try to pick directions that weren't there, it would tell you to check the exit. So it was kind of a snarky little text adventure. So I thought I'd show you what this program looked like. So here it is. This is 110 lines of basic code. And at the top, the map data was all in an array called mstring, and I used strings, so each 2 digits was the room in that direction. So this was a room, 00, that was a room, 06, 00, 02, and so on. You'll notice immediately I was typing these in manually. At the time, I thought that if you had it in a data statement and you read it into a variable, it would be both in your program and in string memory. So this was me thinking I was saving memory. I know today that that's not the case, so I would probably redo that. So there were 75 rooms, I think, and here's all of the map for the different rooms. Below are the room descriptions themselves, 75 entries done the same way. Right now they all just say room number 1, room number 2, and so on. The objects, we had 3 objects in this game engine so far, and they were actually read in, and it was a string where the first 3 characters were the name of the object you'd type, like BOO for book, followed by the description, black book, and the 2 characters at the end were the room number it would be found in. The something object, SOM, followed by something for the description, had 00 because it was in your inventory. Then we had the array of directions north, south, west, and east, and also the commands go, get, take, drop, help, look, examine, search, use, inventory, where, read, push, press, give. And we started out in room 33. Line 100 was what printed the description. It showed your current location, the escape routes, printed all the exits and anything you might have in the room. Line 150 was the special input routine that looked for backspace and carriage return, so you couldn't type past the end of the screen, and it didn't have that blinking cursor like BASIC normally had. Line 200 was the parser, and even though I could type get the black book, it was really just taking the first word and the last word and using that. It was something I read in Rainbow magazine, I think, so I designed mine that way. Line 250 was the go routine, which would jump to the thing that handles the verb. So all the different commands you could type, it would then on go to a routine that did that. And here they were. There was go, get and take, drop, help, look, examine, search, use, inventory, and so on. A lot of these routines had not been done yet, so we had gotten far enough to have a working engine with objects and maps and room descriptions, and then the rest was just turning it into a game where you would have to wear something or read something or press something or give something to someone, things like that. So that was it. According to the notes at the top, we were working on this September 31st, 1986, and one day maybe I will revisit this and try to finish it. So there you go, the Odyssey, the funniest color computer adventure game that never was. Until next time, this is Alan, and don't panic.